The winners of the Black Podcasting Awards from London, the latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. The winners of the Black Podcasting Awards were announced in New York. Black Love Inc. won 6 separate awards. We've a full list, including publishers and hosting companies, linked today from our show notes and our newsletter at podnews.net. Spotify's to add time-synced transcripts for more podcasts on the platform. The company's announced it's a proprietary tool. The company's also announced a chapters feature. Pushkin Industries is to make 17 employees redundant, representing 30% of its workforce. There are executive changes as well, reports Bloomberg. Meanwhile, the New York Times says that WNYC is to cut its workforce by 12%. That's roughly 40 people. NPR's digital media, audience growth and communications divisions have a tentative union agreement ready for ratification. Shaw released the SM7DB. It's a version of a notoriously quiet microphone, but this one contains an inbuilt preamp. The Black Effect podcasting network is celebrating its 3-year anniversary. In Canada, Quill has been recognised as one of Canada's fastest-growing companies. Red Circle has added a new help centre for advertisers. In Nigeria, a survey into podcast listening suggests that 35% of Nigerians listen to podcasts multiple times a week. Journalist information website Muckrack released a survey of over 300 journalists who also make podcasts. Almost a third earn less than $40,000 per year overall, according to the data. More than 1 in 4 have recently changed jobs due to economic uncertainty. Adam Bowie has written a long, data-rich look into the future for podcasts in YouTube. And Global launched the Newsagents Investigates, a monthly spin-off show. It's within the Newsagents feed. In People News, Rob Byers has wrapped up a first month as Director of Audio at Vox Media. In the tech stuff, Albi has highlighted its relationship with Podfans, which launched into beta last week. The founder Sam Sethi also co-hosts the Podnews Weekly Review. As Spotify rolls out more proprietary transcripts, the Open Transcript standard in RSS is now being used by 963,000 episodes. And OP3 now measures more than 900 shows. The free podcast analytics tool puts your data and its code in the open for 100% trustworthy analytics. And you can see our stats in our show notes and our newsletter today. And in podcast news, Brains, it's got 3 A's, is an expert-led podcast about disabilities and mental health portrayed on screen. The Brains podcast created a 3-part series for Mental Health Awareness Week, which started yesterday, which explores mental illness, the barriers that can block your journey to good mental health, and how stigmas, diagnoses, and disclosure are represented on film and television. The Media Podcast with Matt Deegan has a special episode from the British Podcast Awards. You'll hear from the winners and get a feel for the event. And New Podcast Trailers consists of new podcast trailers. If you're looking for new podcast trailers, you'll find trailers of podcasts which are new in our feed. It's called New Podcast Trailers. It does exactly what it says on the tin. And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe, we're at podnews.net.